Quite all right, my friend. That boat's gonna come back and get you. John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. It's time to check in on the Volcano. I took this with me on the adventures last weekend, and it is a visual representation of progression. Each place I take this, it gets improved on. We had some awesome help. There were some artists in the crowd and in the riding order for Board Bonanza. It's a good way to take the nerves off. And you can add some artistic expression to the volcano, and really cool. I want to talk a little bit about WakeFest. First off, good luck to all the riders out there. It's happening right now. The 50K shootout is this afternoon. Pretty neat deal. I've had a chance to ride in that a couple times. The adrenaline behind riding for that amount of prize money is it's awesome, and it really is a great way to progress the sport. So shout out there. Talking a little bit more about the Volcano. This is the symbol of everyday life being a gift. Now, this is a play volcano, but if you notice anyone who lives near volcanoes, think about maybe Hawaii, for instance. Every day they wake up and they get to go outside and see this massive mountain that is a volcano, and it could erupt that day. Nobody really knows when uh, the emergency could happen. Nobody really knows when the day could be their last. And so that's one thing that the volcano is hopefully representing, of every day being a gift, and having that mindset of a bonus round. When you look at some of the times in your life where you've had the most fun, it's because it was bonus. You had a moment of gratitude, realizing, hey, I've already made it to the top of the peak. Anything that happens after that is bonus. This pterodactyl attached to a wire, right? That's bonus. And also the perspective of being able to take a step back and see and be grateful for all of the ways you've been blessed in your life helps with the gratitude and every day being a gift. We're going to talk one little bit about my nickname, Anchorman. This happened in 2019 at WakeFest. I got hit right here with an anchor. I actually pulled it out of the front of the boat onto my face. Pretty crazy scenario. Everybody is hanging out watching the riding behind the boat. Well, I had to go to the front, and when I did, I was hanging on the dock line that was tied to an anchor as balance. And when I went to move across the side of the boat, I pulled on the rope boom, anchor falls out. The boat hits me in the face. Um, this was, number one, a testament to I didn't have time to diagnose what happened. I didn't have time to be mad about something hitting me in the face because I am now sinking in the water with that anchor. And I have a silhouette burnt into my brain. I'm saying I'm maybe 10, 15 foot down in the water and I'm still holding the anchor. And I just look up and I see a silhouette, beautiful blue water silhouette of a boat. And I'm so thankful something told me to hang on to the anchor when it hit me. And I end up using that lifeline to pull myself back up to the surface of the water. And a lot of times, if we try to ditch our trauma in life um, and try to blame, maybe we're blaming God for the things that are happening in our life, a trial versus, that trial and being pulled up out of the depths. Don't ask God to deliver you away from your volcano. Don't ask God to deliver you away from the trauma. Ask God to be there with you through it. And after that day, um, crazy, I could do a long, long video about the whole in-depth story. Maybe just ask me in person. But after that day, I was truly able to see every day as a gift. And that was a part of my testimony. Um, I don't have my baptism day memorized. I don't have the day exactly that I gave my life to Christ and started to walk in my faith. But I have WakeFest 2019 in here, and my mindset after that trauma, in a way, pulling up out of the depths of the water. It was a baptism by anchor, because every day past that has now been a gift. But shout out to anyone who contributed to the donation volcano. We have a lot of prayer requests that were slipped in there this week, and some shout outs of businesses that I'll get to highlight throughout these videos. Um, I also had a couple cash donations, and I was hesitant to even take those out of the volcano right now because this ministry is just starting, and there's going to be a lot of times of investing into it before we see the fruits of our labor. So thank you for believing in me and believing that God has a plan for your life. And um, I pulled out the number 2. I was second off the dock this past weekend, and so special. I got signatures from all 4 of the riders that I competed against, and I'm going to cherish this. And right before I went off the dock, I actually slipped this into the volcano and just had a moment of like, thank God, thank you for this day, and thank you for competition and the thrill of trying something outside of your comfort zone. And just a lot of gratitude went into this slip of paper going into the volcano. But one last thing is, it's been really cool to pray for those that know what the volcano is now. I feel like in labels, we in life, we don't want to ever put anybody into a box or a group. Everyone is special and has an identity to where we don't want to um, stereotype. But in a way, I've been able to pray through that. Uh, this volcano, I don't want it to become an idol. I want it to become a reminder of God's love. And so I've been able to pray for the volcano, and anyone who has put in a prayer request or got to witness the volcano for the first time or got to contribute to it. So I ran a little long on this video, but the volcano is in full effect. and super excited.